Hey everyone, welcome back. Sorry for how I look, but I'm just going to, today's video is just going to be sort of a come with me type of a video and day in the life-ish. And so what I thought I would do is I would just show you what I do today. So I have had a number of you ask what my hair routine is. So if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that when I was in Calgary, I wore my hair straight mostly. But my hair is actually, as you can see, naturally very curly. And so here on Vancouver Island, there's just way too much humidity. Every time I try and straighten it, it just goes into one big frizz ball. So today I thought I would show you what I do on my hair as part of my day in the life. And I use various products, but here's what my current routine is. The first thing I do after washing my hair is I put in some of this Live Clean Argan Oil leave-in conditioner, just to add a little bit of extra moisture. This is quite thick. I do have another one from Hask that's a little bit thinner. And I make sure my hair is really wet. I don't dry it. You saw what I had on my head before. That's an old t-shirt that I've cut because I want to make sure that I'm not adding frizz. When you have naturally curly hair, and all of my sisters and brothers out there with naturally curly hair, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want to aggravate the cuticle. So I'm just putting some of this on, and then I'm combing it through with a wide tooth comb. Now, this is just what works for my hair. What works for yours might be very different. I also make sure not to put, any hair down my drain, because it does clog my drain. So I have one of these that I put in there, and it catches all the hair that comes off my fingers, because I do lose a lot of hair when I'm styling it. And it's not because I'm losing hair. If you have straight hair, you're sort of, the hair that your scalp is naturally releasing because it's done its lifespan just falls out. But when you have curly hair, it gets stuck in there, and so when you wash it and style it is when it comes out, and so you end up with a fair amount of it. But it's not that you're losing more hair than somebody else. This might not be interesting for any of you. You can just fast forward. Then once that's in there, I'm going to put in a curl cream. Now I'm using this Unberto Giannini curl cream. It's vegan. All of the products I'm using are vegan and cruelty free, because I don't think any bunnies or beagles should have to be suffering to test out products for my hair or skincare or beauty routine. So I always use cruelty-free products, and they will say it have a little bunny symbol on it. If your product doesn't have the bunny symbol but says vegan, certified vegan, then it's already cruelty-free, because you can't get that certification if you are testing on animals. Now, I'm going to comb this through again. And now what I'm going to do, my final step, is this Herbal Essence Mousse, and it's the Curl Boosting Mousse. This is so cheap and so good. And what it will do is leave what's called a cast on your hair, which means that it will clump the curl clumps together. It will seal them, and it'll be a little sort of crispy, a little hard until you scrunch it. After it's fully dry, you can then scrunch it to soften it up, but it defines your curls, which is what we want. We want defined curls, not frizzy. So about each half of my head gets about that amount. Not very good lighting in here. I have tried other curl creams, or curl mousses, curl defining mousses, and they have just not been as good as this one. And Herbal Essence does make other products. I'm not a big fan. I've tried their shampoos and stuff like that. I don't find them moisturizing enough, but they might be for you. But it is a good brand because it is all cruelty-free vegan. So now I'm just gonna give myself a little part here and smooth down the hair. Drop my comb. And then what you want to do is scrunch. Hear the sound? That's what you want. That means you've got enough water in your hair. If you don't, add some more water. So after I've sort of smoothed it out, I'm going to do what they call the praying hands method. What that does is clump your curls together a bit and then scrunch. So now we have defined clumps of curls. Do the same on the other side. One of the things I really had to learn was just to leave things the F alone once I have them set. Because when you have curly hair, you're never really happy with it. At least me, I'm never really happy with it. So I'm constantly messing with it. And the more you mess with it, the more you break up the clumps. And the more frizz you're encouraging. So, Sophie, I've got a half-open bag of toilet paper over there because I'm going to put some more toilet rolls up here, and Sophie's trying to get in it because she somehow thinks she's small enough to get into that bag. Okay, so there it is. Sometimes, if this isn't wanting to behave, I will sometimes take one of these little clips and clip this back so it dries away from my face. But it's the weekend, so I don't really care. I just want it to dry in nice clumps and not be frizzy or big, because the more frizz, the bigger the hair gets. And I don't need big hair. I need controlled chaos is what I call this. So now I'm just going to clean up my sink and we're going to go make some breakfast because, well, I'll let you know what plans I have for today. Oh, and for those of you wondering how this is working out, it's working out great. Bad lighting again. Several of you gave me this advice and I took it. I actually painted a little bit of that liquid rubber around all of the seams in the center and around the edges. And that just gives it an extra layer. However, it does make it slipperier because that liquid rubber is quite glossy and slippery. The tape itself wasn't. So now I'm going to have to get some sort of a mat here. So let's go make some breakfast. All you're going to do is sit on your butt at the computer at that desk for 9 hours a day. I often don't feel like I need breakfast. However, on weekends, I like to treat myself. I have more time and more energy to make some breakfast. So today, I'm going to make some pancakes. I'm trying not to pull out my big tripod because I'm being lazy. So I've just got you sitting on a stack of cookbooks. Anyways, my Keurig has not been working properly. So I pulled out my French press, and you know what I've realized? This makes better coffee. So I'm going to get rid of the Keurig and just use this. I may buy another Keurig. I've always liked them because they're really convenient just to make one cup. But I never get to my coffee before it gets cold anyway, so I'm always warming it up. So if I make it in this and the second cup isn't hot, no big deal. So, make some coffee. Sophie. She's acting a little squirrely. Okay, so we're gonna make our pancakes. I'm going to put some blueberries in mine, frozen, and I'm gonna use some flax to make a flax egg to replace the egg that the recipe for this pancake mix calls for. So I keep my big bag of ground flaxseed in my freezer, and then I just keep this in the fridge for use on a regular basis, you want to at least refrigerate your flaxseed, especially if it's ground, because it can go rancid quite easily if it's left at room temperature. So that's my recommendation. And a flax egg is basically 1 tablespoon of ground flax and 3 tablespoons of warm water. Okay, so let's make our stuff. So 1 cup, 3/4 cup of milk. We have our oat milk. I find that 3/4 of a cup is never enough, so I'm going to add a full cup. Hey, Sophie. Yes. You can't eat pancakes. They're not kitty cat approved. I like to add some cinnamon to mine. This is cinnamon, right? Whoops, that was a lot of cinnamon. And then the flax egg. Now, if you're a purist, you're going to want to add your, especially because these are frozen blueberries, you'd want to add them in onto each pancake. I'm lazy, so I'm adding them in now, and yes, they'll turn the batter slightly purple. But that's okay. So what are we doing today? We are taking the van to get an oil change and getting some groceries, and then there's some work outside that I need to do. I do have some holidays coming up. I always take my birthday off, and this week for this year I've taken 2 weeks off because I need to take some holidays, and I really need some holidays because, well, last year. So I'm getting the van ready for probably a camping trip. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'm going to go grab a cheap flight and go to Calgary, or just take the van, hop in the van and go camping up island, up north. Going to Calgary would be awesome, and seeing my friends and obviously the kids. But flying is never really super relaxing, is it? So. So this is just some vegan basil. Oh, and my favorite part, for those of you who know, you know, maple syrup, Canadian gold, Canadian crack, however you want to call it. I'm not going to pretend that I only put a tiny bit. That would be a great big lie. If you're going to put maple syrup on your pancakes, you should make it count. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm going to eat this, and then we're going to get our day started. Be good? Okay. Awesome. All right, I got my coffee. I got my shopping list. The dishes are done. Time to go. So, as you can see, the van is not in its usual parking spot, and here is why. My neighbor very graciously asked me if I wanted some of these wood chips that she was having delivered. And she works at the place that has them, and it wasn't going to cost me anything. So I said yes. Now this layer is way too thick, but that's okay because I'm going to push some of it over here. I'm also going to put some of it along here. So, but that is a later job. Right now, we got things to do. So where we're going for our oil change is the Great Canadian Oil Change. There is a garage close by here that I would really like to get to know. But when I called, they actually can't work on the van because their bay is not tall enough for the ProMaster when it's up on a hoist. So I called around, and the Great Canadian Oil Change in Campbell River is where we're going. It opened at 9. It's a little less. It's about 9 o'clock now, so I'm a little late. I kind of wanted to be there first thing. That didn't happen. So we're going to go because you can't make an appointment and you just have to wait in line. But that's the first thing we need to do today. I take the scenic route, Highway 19A, also called the Oceanside route, the scenic route. But today I'm taking the new highway, which is called Highway 19. And the nice thing about this highway is it's 110 kilometers per hour speed limit, whereas most highways on Vancouver Island are 90 kilometers. In Alberta, they're 110 kilometers for the main highways, except when you're in the provincial park, then they're 90. And we are having a fair amount of smoke from the wildfires, so you can't even see the mountains. Usually when I look ahead, I can see the mountains, but today you really can't see anything. It's a little hazy. So anyways, just so you know, there are two highways. For those of you wondering, 110 kilometers is 90 miles an hour. So not as fast as it sounds. Awesome. Thank you very much. You too. Okay, so we've got the oil change done. I am going to take the van for a car wash. Well, I'm going to hand wash it because the van is way too tall to go through any regular drive-through car wash. Whoops, I need a grocery bag. But the first thing I'm going to do, or what I'm going to do before that, is get a few groceries because I am right beside Thrifty Foods. And I'm also going to go over to Dollarama because I saw this trick on TikTok for how to get rid of the bug smear on your vehicle when you're hand washing it, because that's always so hard. So we'll see if it works. So let's go to Dollarama first. Okay, this is blowing my mind. I had seen this in a Dollar Tree sort of video, but in the US, And there's these tuna, plant-based tuna. There's the lemon and black pepper and the Thai sweet Thai chili flavors. I have bought both because I normally use the ones from Prisoner's Choice, and they're a heck of a lot smaller and 3 times the price. So I'm gonna give these a try. Yeah. Also, this is the best place if you're gonna buy the Tetra packs of oat milk. They're $2.50 here. Remember, these are Canadian prices. And if you buy them in the store, they're at least $1 more, if not more. So this is where I buy my oat milk. I also buy these just to keep in the pantry for quick lunches. They are plant-based, and they're great for camping too. So I've got a few of them for camping. I've never tried these little long grain rice with veggies. Bought a couple just to taste them out. This is a good place to buy things like that and pasta sauces, as well as bags of rice, smaller bags of different kinds of rice. Yeah, and tomato paste, things like that. Okay, I'm back. I managed to get my chores done. I got the van washed, the oil changed, some groceries, and that I showed you that little package of Gain dryer sheets. And man, does that work. Now, he showed the Gain ones. That's what I found at the dollar store. I don't know if it has to be Gain. I think not. And I don't know if it's what's in that material or the material itself that does it. But man, did that ever work. So I don't actually use dryer sheets when I'm doing laundry. I don't like adding that chemical to my laundry because I use a natural laundry detergent, the little sheets, and I don't use a fabric softener or dryer sheets. I've never had a problem. But anyways, so that was done. And then I got some groceries. You saw that I went to the dollar store. And then I also went to Thrifty Foods and Walmart because I needed to get something that wasn't at Thrifty. So let me show you what I got. So here's everything. And we'll start with the dollar store. This doesn't belong from the dollar store. So I bought 6 cans of this tuna stuff. Now I'm going to try using this lemon and pepper one for a tuna casserole or sandwiches. I don't know. Like I say, I usually use the President's Choice one if I'm going to use a fake tuna, and it's actually quite good, but the cans are quite small and expensive. Anyways, so we're going to give it a try. And I got 3 of these little quick pasta packets. I'm going to try these rice ones, the rice and vegetables. Get a little bag of macaroni and 2 of the oat milks because they were $1 cheaper than buying those at the regular grocery store. Then from the regular grocery store, this is what I've got. So I've got some Myers cleaning concentrate that you dilute this, and I just put it in my regular spray bottle that I have. 2 packages of pressed tofu. I'm going to marinate these and put them in the freezer with the marinade. And then 2 packages of block vegan cheese, this vegan applewood smoked cheddar, and the Mexicana block. Both of these are so good. I'm going to actually grate them probably and then put them in little bags, little containers in the freezer grated, because they're so much better than pre-grated, just like regular cheese. And then this Just Egg, these little egg omelet patties. I couldn't find the liquid stuff, which was what I was looking for, but I bought these because they're great just for breakfast, for sandwiches, on bagels, things like that. Some organic cremini mushrooms. And then all of the produce is organic. I've got the smallest red cabbage that I could find. I'm going to shred this and use it in my salads and such, and maybe even a stir fry. I've got some mandarin oranges, gala apples, some broccoli because I am going to make a recipe for beef and broccoli using the Butler's soy curls. So I've got that, some leaf lettuce, a carton of the soy coffee creamer, and I bought the maple flavored Compliments barbecue sauce, then organic tomato pasta sauce. So the Compliments plant-based line is actually quite good. And so I've got the ranch dressing for my salads, and then some vegan mayo. I've got a tub of vanilla coconut milk yogurt, a can of organic garbanzo beans, and then got a seedless cucumber. And then my favorite brand of soda pop is the Zevia brand. It's sweetened with stevia, and I've got the lemon lime one. So I'm going to put these away real quick and then make myself a sandwich because I'm starving. I also bought these spicy Italian sausages from Eve's. I've never tried these before, so we're going to give those a try. Now I'm going to make myself a sandwich. I actually made some chickpea sandwich spread, tuna. My recipe is on the channel, and I'll link that down below. So I'm gonna make a quick sandwich, and then I was going to go down to the river to eat it, but it is so smoky that I just really don't want to be outside. So I'm gonna eat it, relax for a bit, read my book, and then go outside and deal with that mulch that needs to be dealt with. Okay, here's my lunch. So I'm gonna go eat it. Drinking water because I need to drink more water. Okay, I think I'm as done as I'm gonna get. There's a pile over there for either one of my neighbors to use if they want. I think I can move my van back here now. Holy crap, it's hot. Now, I'm gonna have a big glass of cold water and relax. I've got a video to film for next week, and cold shower to take. So anyways, that was my day, guys. It's only about, what is it, 3:35, but that's all I've got energy for today, besides drinking lots of cool fluids, having a cool shower, and relaxing. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and it lets YouTube know that the content is of use to some people and recommends it to others. Give the video a thumbs up, share it with somebody you think might like it. All of that helps. To my Patreons, thank you so much for supporting the channel in that extra way. I really appreciate you guys. And with that, I am going to sign off. So, Sophie. So I will just say, hey, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Let's see where Sophie is. I wonder where she could be. Okay, we're going to hear the famous Sophie chirp in 3, 2, 1. Hi, Sophie. Oh, there's just your bum. Okay, I'll leave you alone.